Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do your April the 4th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. See what we have today. The harmony between step 11 and tradition 2. I was just talking about step 11 and step 3, but this should be interesting. So let's get into it. Together, we see our higher power's will and the power to carry that out. We know what it feels like to be in harmony with that conscience. That's from Guiding Principles, Tradition 2, for members. There is a link between the improved conscious contact we seek as individuals in step 11 and the collective conscience that may express itself in the decision-making processes of our groups, according to Tradition 2. When we're spiritually fit, it's easier to tune into group conscience. It turns out that seeking our higher power's will for us positions us to tap into the same for our NA groups. We recover over time, not overnight. Likewise, our spiritual awakenings take time to unfold. In step 2, we come to believe that a higher power could restore us to sanity. We make a decision in step 3, a decision we recommit to by surrendering daily and working the rest of the steps. By the time we get to step 11, most of us are ready to enhance our sense of spirituality. We explore different ways to pray and meditate. We get in the groove of a daily routine that strengthens our conscious contact with a higher power. We notice the payoff. Less noise between our ears, more harmony in our dealings with others. As with so many aspects of our personal and spiritual growth, improving our conscious contact improves our ability to serve. Our egos become right-sized. It becomes less important that we are heard as individuals and more important that our voices reflect our higher power's will and harmonize with those of our fellow members, our co-workers, even our families. We make an effort to sing from the same song book, even when we're not singing the same notes. In fact, singing in harmony means just that. We hit different notes, but they complement each other as the group's voice emerges. My participation in life and in service improves when I'm spiritually in tune. I will inventory my 11-step practice and make any needed adjustment. Wow, that was deep. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the wee version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, right? I am filled with gratitude, and it's really taken a lot for me to speak right now. I'm just really full of gratitude for God, for you guys, and for this program. This topic here, the harmony between step 11 and tradition 2, knowing that By the time an individual has reached the 11th step, and this is just my opinion, they are craving or striving after, intentionally pursuing a conscious contact with the God of their own understanding. So, in other words, they are on the cups of that spiritual awakening in step 12, and they have had many, they've had many, M-A-N-Y, many, M-I-N-I, spiritual awakenings, and some major ones along the way. By the time an individual is at this step 11, right, through prayer and meditation, one is able to maintain conscious contact with their higher power, asking for the knowledge of their higher power's will and the power to carry it out. So it's connected, right? It is definitely connected to what our tradition to. Because here we're talking about being able to recognize the group conscience, being able to maintain a conscious contact with our higher power, but also, as tradition 2 says, for our group purpose, there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as he may express himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants. They do not govern. So tradition builds on the practical foundation, right, of unity, tradition 1. But the reason it is able, right, the reason it is able to do that is that the individual members in the group have a relationship with the God of their own understanding, and there has been a change. See, having a relationship with my higher power is the catalyst to the change that makes me less selfish, right? Less self centered and more God centered, which means that I'm not pursuing or chasing after my own interests in this group. Not that I don't have an opinion, I do. But because I'm maintaining this conscious contact with the God of my understanding, now I understand the bigger picture. It's not just about me, it's about we, and it's about how this group is going to carry the message of recovery. And so when I'm in the atmosphere of the group, I understand that even though I as an individual have my own higher power, collectively, the group has a group conscience where the ultimate authority of the group is a loving God as he may express himself in our group conscience. We're talking about a lot of trust here. And the ability to harmonize comes from my belief and understanding that one, my voice has a note all of its own, but also your voice has a note all of its own. And as our voices become one in this group, there's a sweet harmony that rises up out of that. A group that is constantly filled with chaos and confusion. People are coming to the meetings and cross-sharing and telling their personal business, knowing that even though they're making it sound like a third-person situation, knowing that everyone in the group knows exactly who they're talking about, and oftentimes sharing like that with that individual in the meeting. Now we're cross-sharing indirectly. It's a sniper share. Right? Groups that operate in that type of culture of character assassination cannot truly carry the message, right, of love because now there's exclusivity. Now, when people come to the group, they're expecting drama. what's the soap opera? What's the update? Who's doing what and who's doing who? And all of this that goes on. And does half the time people that share like that will not even give evidence of any step or tradition or spiritual principle that they themselves are trying to apply to themselves. But yeah, I can come into the group and have a whole lot to say about Joe Blow across the room, right? And target them in my share, even though I'm not saying their name, knowing goodness well that this is a group culture. We all know each other. We all have information about one another from the streets. So how am I personally? How am I personally contributing my voice in harmony to the voice of the group conscience? The way that I do it is that I work the steps and apply those spiritual principles into my life so that when I present my voice in the group conscience has a better chance of having harmony. Man, this is such a beautiful meditation. I just want to cry. This is a beautiful meditation. I hope that you come back to this and sort it out for yourself, because this to me is deeply personal. Deeply personal. And no, I have never read this meditation before. This is my first time reading the April 4th meditation from the Spiritual Principle a Day in a meditation. And I'm in love with page 99 in this meditation book. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed my time with you. It's time for me to move on to caring for my family and my boys. And they are my family, an understatement, specifically my boys. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose. And remember, I believe in you. Leave me a comment down below or send me an email. Let's start connecting. Let's start meeting up in that Monday night meeting called Feel the Love Group. I host the Zoom portion of it. And then the hybrid part of it is in person. So locally, other individuals also attend that meeting in person. Join me on Monday nights at 7 p.m. for my home group, Feel the Love Group of Narcotics Anonymous. I hope to see you there. Take care. Have a beautiful day on purpose.